And welcome back to another week of Dallas Beer Talk, guys. We got a packed house.
Packed.
I'm your host, Victor Santana, and to the far, far left of me, and I'm gonna get in screen, we got the DBT Drew,
That's right.
and we have the man, the myth, the legend, Ziggy. We're stressing him out this week, but he's taking care of us. He's gonna need a lot of love this weekend. So, ladies. And then we have our Pint Hub guest. We got Pint Hub Drew. I was
Yep.
gonna point to you. Sorry, and then
Daniel.
Sorry, I'm horrible with names. Listen, if you,
I like to watch him squirm when I like he pointed him out. He always brings us in. He's like,
it's going around.
so let me give a quick funny story about me. I'm horrible with names.
Okay.
And sorry, but several guests have come on here, and I've seen their names like yours right there in my face, and I still don't get the name right. I've called owners of breweries by the wrong name. I've called friends of the show by the wrong name.
Yeah.
And it's just embarrassing. So, no offense, I apologize. But welcome.
So you always do like, hi, my friend, and then let them introduce themselves kind of situation.
kind of. And then I also I look to the side, just look at the screen, but I still fuck it up, man. But this is who we are. We super relaxed show. We'd love. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Hey, thanks for having us.
We've been in talks before, and then it's finally happened. I'm glad you guys be here. Thanks to our other friend that you don't see here, but she's gonna come on the show later.
Mr. Guys.
So,
Much love to you guys.
Pint Hub. What is Pint Hub?
So Pint Hub is essentially an app, and what it does, it kind of connects the craft beer community for drinkers like yourselves. You for $10 a month, you have access to our app, and if you go on the app, there's about 40 places in DFW. So you would go to one, for instance, I think all of these are our partners. You'd go to OHB and say, hey, I'd like the, guava good. Click it, and they would pour it for you on the house. So it's a way that you can cheaply try a bunch of beers in a month and one a day. So for the venues, they get a new customer. They get a new customer who, tries one beer, but then they're on site, right? And there's lots of merch. There's other buying opportunities, and
Flights.
you can just
Exactly.
yeah, there's everything. So
Yeah.
good exposure, and then the awareness of having them on the app every day. You'll go to the corner store and you'll buy it there. So there's a lot of good opportunities for breweries, bars, and definitely our members, because it's a cheap way to try beer.
Oh, I like it.
I know when we first, I think you reached out to us first through Facebook.
Yeah.
And I remember checking out the stuff, and I was thinking that's actually a really smart way to go about it, because not only do you get to try, like you're saying, you get to try a beer a day on the house, which everybody loves free, right? Mm-hmm. But it's good because you guys are also bringing a lot more exposure to a lot of the, you guys do breweries, you guys do what? Just
Restaurants, bars,
gastro
growler
pubs,
stations,
all that sort of stuff.
the craft beer umbrella, so if you're a venue that has craft beer, we'd love to have you on there, because what we do is now we get you a little bit more exposure. And for people of habit like myself, I have the similar spots I go to. This app has actually helped me explore different breweries, bars, restaurants through the Metroplex,
Yeah.
It's helped my wife explore beer. She's always been a wine person and a tequila person. Well, at what was it, Noble Ray, we found a stout that she fell in love with. So now every time we go out, she wants to go to Noble Ray and have a stout. And it was all due to us working on the app and meeting with these different venues and have that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll chime in with one other example. Is even a little bit away from the craft beer scene. It's also just for local business. We've got, I think Jed's. I've just recently heard from our customers, like, I'd never heard of this place, but then I saw it on Pint Hub. I went and got my beer, and now I love it. So it's great for that kind of exposure, even if you're not the big brewery.
Yeah, by the way, shout out for Jed's Cilantro Burger. If you guys go up there, you got to have it.
The
man.
cilantro burger.
Cilantro Burger is phenomenal, man.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, that's like a little hidden gem that you might not even know about outside of.
I'm pretty hungry right now.
Let's go.
But that's cool. Like, and I bring this up multiple times on the show, but craft beer and DFW, North Texas, what have you, it's fairly young, right? And so that being combined with the large actual physical real estate that is Texas, a huge state, it's only going to explode. So it's a cool thing you guys are doing. I think you guys got a lot of upwards potential, because with the rise of a whole bunch of new breweries, which is exponential every year, right?
Yeah.
You guys are going to have a lot more people to reach out to, put a lot of miles on your
more
car, I'm
businesses.
sure.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and you did such a good point there. And one thing that I've kind of talked to my breweries when we do onboard them and talk to being a part of our venue is the great thing about this whole craft beer scene that's coming out is that we have an array of options. Like these are just a few of the options that we have on our app. You know, if you actually look up craft beer in Texas, it's growing. It's growing really big.
yeah.
So the exposure that we're giving these venues, and not necessarily just exposure on an app or on social media, but the fact that someone gets to go into their venue and try one of their crafts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like cool. You know, and we've noticed people try them elsewhere too. So you go to the brewery, you check out their taps, you have one free, you have a couple, 3 or 4 more, you enjoy the beer.
Yeah.
You know, you
Hang
know,
out there
Take
for a while.
Uber home.
and then you take Uber home.
We do not promote
responsibly.
drinking and driving here. We talk about this all the time.
Oh yeah, in the days of
Responsible
Uber,
driving,
you
guys.
shouldn't have to, anyways. You know.
Exactly.
I know days of DWI, everybody's getting
Right.
Who are you looking at?
myself.
But
I-
you do get
I
to
got
kind of recognize that brand out there. Something that some people may say it's oversaturated. I think it's just more variety. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And even if there is a lot springing up, right? You know, they're all going to have their different takes. There's going to be collaborations between, which you see a lot already.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's only upward.
We're helping everyone out. You know, we're trying to help the consumer to try out new craft beer. We're trying to help the breweries to get exposure. We're trying to help the businesses that don't have craft beer be like, hey, you know, this is what's going on. So
Yeah.
you might want to be a part of it.
That's a smart way to do it for sure. For sure.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
and obviously the ones you guys see here in front of us, we've had a lot of them on. We're gonna be reaching out to some other ones as well. But yeah, so it's all the ones most of the ones we've been promoting here on the show as well that've come on.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just like random breweries and stuff. So I think it's pretty cool.
So
Big names.
before we crack into a beer here, I want to ask, what's the best party story you guys have? Because it looks like you guys have lived a little bit. You know, it's still. No,
Oh,
you
man.
still got more time, like more parties ahead of you. But like, I want to see what's like your favorite memory of going out drinking.
Oh, you know what? I will say
That's
this,
this
Matt.
guy.
My
That's this guy?
favorite
You
craft
don't
beer
drink?
party story was my wife and I's wedding about 2 years ago. Our party was craft beer censored, so we had beers from all different breweries that kind of put them on there for us. And we had family from El Paso, from all over parts of Dallas,
Nice.
and they were really happy to try out all these different things. Crazy stories. Man, we'll go back to like high school and growing up in El Paso and going across across
the
the
border.
waters. You know, like those we'll keep them for another time.
Another off air. We got off air conversations. But from
Yeah.
being in El Paso, do you play handball?
Yeah, absolutely. You know.
Yeah, I've been in El Paso. I've been out there to play that new some one wall handball courts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been in with that
We-
community over there.
We gotta play. I haven't found anyone that plays handball out here.
I have a whole crew. We play out. We have a one wall court not down the street from here.
You see what we do, man? We
Connect.
get people together.
Pine Hub bringing people together. Well, let's jump into a beer, guys. Any preferences?
Guess pick.
Well, I am a partial fan of the red ales and things of that nature. So, this one right here is kind of my go-to at the moment.
So we're gonna go.
Just take it, huh?
Take it.
Yeah. So we're gonna rock out the Pegasus.
Yeah.
That's what the pick is.
All right. We'll get
There's one over here.
our lovely guest to bring some more on.
So just so you guys know, I'm not really even playing. It's just right here.
I'll pour it into a glass for us so our viewers can see what it looks like.
Yep.
If our sorry, sir.
We'll never
You want
remove
the
our
pint?
koozies.
No,
This
no,
is-
you're more welcome to penny colas, please. There you go. Thank you, sir.
But yeah. Tell you what, we'll keep glasses. You guys keep those koozies on. I got mine over here from earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna keep our koozies for later.
I may be out of it, but I have not seen a can like this.
White top?
This-
Yeah,
these
it's very
white tops are
popular now.
nice.
Yeah.
I've seen there's not very many spots that do it. The only other one I've seen that does it that we had on the show a while back was Four Corners.
Four corners, and then
But I really do.
the-
Y'all can see kind of over here.
That's
the
such a-
the rabbit, the one we had, the Alice in Wonderland beer. Where they got that crew is
Rabbit
from?
hole.
Yeah, was
Rabbit Hole?
Rabbit Hole had one too.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
white top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I think
They're
it's
Pine Hub
easier.
venue, folks.
Open. Let's just review this beer real quick. Tell me what you guys think. I want, since you're the guys, you're the guest, you're the Pine Hub experts.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even call myself an expert. I think I'm like every man Joe here, where I'm using this app to discover beers myself too.
No,
So
another
what-
beer expert, Pine Hub expert. I want
Oh
to
yeah,
hear.
absolutely.
I took it the way you took it too. Don't worry.
Yeah, right.
You're the expert.
Tastes
So what do you
good.
think about? Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's smooth and it's easy. That's why I think I like the red ales and the Scotch
Okay.
ales and things of that nature. We talked about whiskey earlier.
Yeah.
I love whiskey. So when I gravitate to certain breweries, I know that they have those where they ferment them in whiskey barrels. You know, like,
Yeah.
I think Petticolas has a. Oh man, which is my favorite one on there?
Sledgehammer.
Which one?
Sledgehammer.
No,
That's
that
pretty
one's good
delicious.
too. No, they haven't.
You talking about Oh, the Great
The
Scott.
Great Scots.
That's a good one.
Yes. Yeah, man, that
cool.
one is delicious.
She's helping us from.
I saw this Great Scott.
From the booth helping
yeah.
us.
But yeah, I think this kind of it's in that area of the flavors that I like, you know.
Okay.
And what I tend to stick to a lot more.
It is good. Yeah, I we had on what was it 9 volt?
9
Not too
volt.
long ago.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one's good. I think I like 9 volt a little bit better. I do enjoy this one as far as red ale. I think I've tried some other ones, but this is probably up there. I have a couple other ones I like a little bit more, but this one's pretty tasty.
I was
Pretty
leaning
tasty.
that towards I like. There's a few other red ales I like, but this is very delicious red ale. Same thing with I said last time. I think Pegasus is impressing me because this is only my second beer from them, and it's also really good. It's really solid.
I fucking love their style though.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah!
Oh man, their artwork.
Adrian?
Right? She's the one. Oh man, it's cool, man. It's just a whole new thing. I think it incorporates a lot of old
There you
Dallas.
have the picture right there. I just like
into
that.
it. Yeah, that is neat, man.
We had was the Ziggy described it as like the Art Deco style.
Mm-hmm.
It's, what do you think, Ziggy? What are you getting from these beers?
There's an underlying sweetness that I really like to it. I think it's got just a bit of a kick to it, but it's still fairly light, and I really enjoy that. I think this is a really good summer beer that we have
Yeah,
on here.
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
definitely a good summer beer.
Like that.
Yeah, patio, you know.
The patio,
Yeah,
that's
patio.
a good one.
Think about it, just
So-
patio.
That touched on a good note. We're gonna drop a real quick rating. I'm gonna pull this for me a poolside beer. It's a good poolside beer. It's a good beer to drink with barbecue and stuff like that. Still don't got that one, but poolside for me will be that beer. And then, what you thinking?
I'm thinking for me this is gonna be how would I describe this one? I'm
On
gonna
the
go
house?
poolside as well. No, on the house, I like it more than that. I'll give it a poolside rating. But
Oh, we didn't have it. Oh, we didn't set it up for the background.
after that, no, you're asking too much, Vic.
I know.
It's been a
Asking
long
too
week,
much.
man. You guys.
We've been crushing the spirit the last few weeks. My bad, Ziggy.
But yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I do have a question though. So we've been approaching a lot of the conversation as far as Pint Hub from from the consumer side of it, right?
Okay.
As a business, as a venue, like say you're a brewery, what is it makes it so appealing for them for Pint Hub?
Yeah, so there's kind of three core advantages for a brewery or bars. One is just the new customer. I'm a firm believer as if you have a bar or brewery, you just want people in the door. Good things happen if people are in the door. So yeah, it's a cost at first, but unlike Facebook or Yelp, you only pay once you have somebody talking to your bartender. So it's a minimal cost, and it only is incurred once somebody's there. So there's a lot of upside there. They also get some amounts of data about who's drinking what are they choosing. The bars can put up just 2 or 3 and see which ones work. So there's some interesting
Metrics there.
trends and metrics that they can see. And then there's just the overall awareness. Even if people aren't coming to you, they're scrolling through, they're aware of it.
They're seeing
Sticks
your
in their
name
mind,
pop up
they're
a little
seeing
bit.
it. They'll see it again in the corner store, whatever. So those are kind of the three the key upsides for the venues.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it seems pretty appealing. I definitely think when I first heard about it, I think that for the price of what it costs, you're gonna get your $10 back real quick. So it's definitely a cool upside. Because especially if you live, say you're a person that lives right up here in Dallas, right, and you've got different spots to hit up. A beer a day. I mean, come on. That's gonna be. You go somewhere. It's like a lot of tap rooms are like $6 a beer.
Yeah,
Come on.
absolutely.
And I guess I should say too, for the venues, there is a downside kind of protection, because a lot of them are like, well, there's a mixed use, there's condos, this guy's going to come every day on his way home from work and take one and leave. So there's that fear. Rarely occurs, but we also give them the setting that says, hey, I only want to see a repeat Pint Hub member 4 or 5 times. So we try to give as much power to the bars as possible, so they can kind of control their marketing experience.
When you think too, just I think a good way to dispel some of those fears is just think of like advertising costs. Like advertising's not cheap in general. So if you're driving someone into the actual brewery, gastropub, bar, whatever have you, right? That's a lot of money that you're saving for them.
Right.
Just getting them, and you're getting them drinking their product.
Yeah.
Loyalty at that point. Maybe they enjoy it.
Right.
Keep trying new stuff. Right. So I mean, it's a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
So I think y'all are doing some really cool stuff. Which is a good point. So actually, for those of y'all watching, we do have our own Pint Hub code,
Yes.
which is DBT. So anybody watching, go check it out. DBT.
We'll be promoting that for the rest of the month.
Oh, good.
So that code gives you your first month absolutely free. So you can try it out for a first month, experience it for yourself, then figure out, if it's for you or if it's not. I'm 100% sure it's for you, and then keep enjoying it. We also have meetups. So Pint Hub isn't necessarily just one free beer a day. We're trying to build a community. We're trying to get our community together. So, for instance, this Saturday, we're teaming up with Petty Colas.
That's right.
And we're inviting all of our Pint Hub members to go down there. We'll buy the first 2 rounds for y'all. And then, it's a good way to network and hang out and kind of play together. Because we've noticed it's students to attorneys to,
That's a wait. I like how you just dropped that. That's
It's
a
good.
wide range.
It is.
It is.
That's good.
It's
That's
crazy.
good
That
input,
is.
though.
Attorneys
Everyone-
drink a lot.
Everyone loves a good craft.
Stressed out.
Regardless of the craft is, whether it's food or whiskeys or beer, everyone loves good craft. You have such a huge group of people, so we're trying to get them together because through networking is how I ended up here. And you never know what happens when you meet someone with similar interest and where that might develop and grow.
I got a good idea. I'm seeing it for the future. Pint Hub speed dating services. Boom, at the brewery.
Yeah.
Pint Hub
Absolutely.
speed
Right.
dating nights.
Right.
You
I
heard
don't
it
know
here
how I feel
first,
about that
folks.
because I'm the only one that's still single and I don't think that's interested at
And here
all.
it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. You get a few of those.
My bad. Ziggy's single too, but he's beating off the ladies hand over fist.
What if you're swiping the same direction on the beers, which then you can find who likes what beers. So it's a
Ooh,
quick,
I
it's
like
a quick
that.
like beer taste
I like
plus person compatibility.
Yeah.
You like stouts? I like stouts too.
That's really intense.
That is what she said. But think about it though.
Hey.
Like what we say here when we have our liquid social, interactions here, because
You loosen up.
you loosen up.
Absolutely.
People drink. You're at the brewery. It's a pretty relaxed setting. It's not like uptight. Everyone's just having fun. Man, best
Have
time
you seen
to.
that at breweries? It is, even Pint Hub aside, I bet you could have a good event at breweries.
Oh, what we have a little commercial you guys
A little
just
video
knocked
put
out
together?
here. Yeah, so I'll tell you what, we'll air that commercial. We'll swap out and we'll bring our mystery guests on. How does that sound? But I don't know if Ziggy has that queued up at all. All right.
And
That was a
for people who are
wonderful
watching that commercial, you can see a friend of the show, Jennifer the Bearded Lady, on there. Famous.
Yeah,
famous.
it is.
super
Insta
famous
famous.
now.
Victim of the show, the bearded lady.
See that, guys? We call that the DBT bump.
Let me make an off-camera statement. Like, I've seen the original cut of that video, and she was enjoying that beer for almost 30 seconds in the original cut. We had to cut it way down.
There's a lot of. Was
If you
that?
sign up for a yearly membership, I'll share that.
Sign up for a year membership, guys.
So, release the tapes.
Release the tape.
I've got the documents.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
You're
awesome.
good.
But anyways, let's give a warm
Round of applause
welcome.
to Chanel.
Yeah. Chanel, how's it feel
the
being
crown
here?
back.
Yeah. You-
Oh, right.
I never lost it. It's just Courtney's right behind me, and
She's
I was
right behind
like, girl? What you think you're doing?
So for those of y'all who don't know, Chanel's been on the show since our old studio.
Yeah, you'd think I'd learn to fix this green hair by now.
Well, that's okay. It looks great.
Yeah.
But we
Looks wonderful.
She's been on the show multiple times. Always a lot of fun. She gives Victor a lot of shit. So we love that. But yeah, and very knowledgeable with beer.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how me and Victor met. Y'all talk about introducing people nicely. That's not how I introduced Victor. I told him that he was
nice.
Oh, yeah, so nice. You don't know what the
told-
hell rattlers are. What the hell are you doing?
Like, fuck out of
Get the
here.
fuck out of here. What are you doing?
No, so
What are you doing?
so we had a rattler on our if you go season 1.
Steegle Rattler, yeah.
Steagle Rattler. We had episode 4 or 5 where we had tried Steagle Rattler, We've never had that before, and we all thought it was delicious, but it's only like 3%.
Yeah. And I was the buyer of this particular department, and it was always disappearing off my shelf. And I was like,
taking it all.
it was the middle of fall. I was like, why the fuck is this 3% beer going off my shelf? And I see this fool walking out with a huge armful of it. I'm like, you're the fucker that keeps taking all these things.
So 2 parts of that is that I had the brilliant idea or drunken idea to mix it with other alcohol like liquor.
Which is pretty genius.
Creative
yeah.
genius.
To see what really tastes great with it, and then it would be stronger.
Right, but he tells me he's on a beer podcast. I'm like, you don't fucking know that Radler's a style and not a brand? Who the fuck are you?
And I sat there with a smile on my face. I'm not the beer guy.
So whenever we're saying 90% of the people we know are very supportive of Victor's journey,
I'm one of them. I have supported him
She
and
really
pushed,
has.
just kicked his ass
really,
along.
she's that tough love that you need from time to time, you know?
definitely.
And she's been part of the show ever since.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'd love to see you joining up Pint Hub. So
Yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
I met Daniel at one of my last events for Abita, and he was just like, "Man, I really like your energy. You already have these established relationships.
Oh, yeah.
We would love to see if you could help us continue and try and develop more." So we just got on. Can I even say? I can say it right because they're about to go live.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
absolutely. Yeah,
so we just got 4 Bullets, and so
Another great
out of Richardson,
Yeah.
and they're about to go live on our app. I'm really excited for that. And then I'm just continuing to try and get more. Hello guys, y'all know me. Y'all all have my phone number and email address. Come on.
the address like
Hit me up. So I'm just, I'm here helping everyone now. Yeah.
And
like
I mean, I'm so grateful to have Chanel with us. You know, for those of you that had the pleasure of meeting this girl, like,
It's a pleasure.
she's just sweet, man.
Oh,
She's
thank
such a
you.
great person, great energy, knows her craft like no other. Like that's without a doubt, you know. And
She taught me how to say goza.
goes.
Some people would tell you that I'm full of shit. So just so you know.
It's goza.
and
We're gonna stick with
or
that.
goes,
Goes.
Goza the Gozerian?
The Gozerian, the Germans, something like that.
but I have been using her to advance my knowledge of it also, you know, because I do want to learn more, and I consider myself a newbie in this scene, you know, without a
newbies.
doubt. But we're all newbies.
Yeah, it's
absolutely
always
right.
changing so much, man. You can't. I mean, I took a break for a couple months, and I'm coming back, and I'm like, the hell is Martin House doing now, guys? Like,
Barrel
what
aged
is
everything.
this craziness? Yeah.
Right.
Barrel aged everything, right?
Yeah, tequila barrel aged, man. Did y'all go
Oh, I
all
saw
of
your
that?
picture you
Oh
posted.
my gosh, it's amazing.
Last one I had, we went to
Tequila
Craft and
Barrel-aged.
Barrel, which is one of y'all's partners as
Yeah.
well. We went out there for their 6-year anniversary, and we ended up. So I went to go and I ordered
I tried a
a.
lot of drinks that day.
It was a long day. I started out with I ordered a 903 barrel aged birthday.
Sasquatch. Brittany girl, I love you. It's
Yep.
amazing.
It's good. He ends
was
up
alright.
giving me
shut up.
he ends up giving me like a clear yellow beer. I'm like, what is this? I know that's not a
a
birthday
Sasquatch,
Sasquatch. And
yeah.
I was like, I took a drink. I'm like, yo, this is sour, and it ended up being the
Mahua?
Queen of the Mist mango. It's really fucking good. And Victor got there, and he tried to say, yo, this is
Not
pretty good."
say that.
Yeah, you did.
No,
Yeah, you
no,
did.
no, no,
No,
Let's
you're
be
not
clear.
a sour guy.
You did. No, when I drank it, I was like, you know what? The mango helps cut the sourness of
Oh,
it,
uh-huh.
and it's actually really good. I didn't
Yeah.
be like, oh shit, this shit's the bomb.
He said it was good.
I said it was good. I won't deny that.
Yeah, yeah.
But then he was like, go get this drink. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I was like,
Oh,
oh shit, it's
oh.
$18.
So he ended up ordering the Avery what was it, the
Oh.
Java.
Oh, I don't know, but it's probably their sour. One of their.
No, it was one of
it
their
sour?
it was
There
some
was
like
a sour?
coffee Java stout thing. But
Was it their like Nutty Professor or something?
no, it was called
Java
Ro-
Stout or something?
no, it's called
No.
Java something.
Oh, okay,
Robert
okay.
would know. Shout out to Robert from Craft and Growler. But I got
Yeah.
there, and I don't like resending orders. So I ordered it, and the guy's already pouring. I'm like, oh fuck, that's $18. All right.
My bad.
But I was
Step
like,
on that.
I recommended it to Victor. Just thought he was gonna look at it. He's like, yeah, we'll go with that. I'm like, yo, balling.
Big ballin'.
no, but I was like, it's 16%. I'm just gonna chalk it up to 16%. I'm gonna enjoy it regardless.
But it was
Go.
it for the price. It was fucking good. I don't know if it was $18 good, but it was good.
It's probably because of how expensive it was to make it, and that's fair enough. I don't knock the price, but I did not look at the price before I said, yeah, let's go with it. And I was like, that would have been the free beer.
Yeah.
If I was on the app, I would have been like, can I get that free beer?
That one right.
Everyone's so kind. Y'all are all so amazing. Like, thank you.
Me and Victor,
Thank
yeah,
you.
we're pretty cool. We have
Yeah,
moments.
y'all are alright.
Nah.
But I'm just talking about like the industry in general. Like,
Yeah.
we randomly met in a effing Whole Foods because you were being a douchebag.
I
Like,
wasn't being a douchebag. I was buying off the beer.
Out
you
of
know,
beer,
a great
who does
problem
that?
to
Who buys
have.
that? Who buys stuff? You know?
who buys stuff? Who buys Radler? You know.
Anyways,
I wanted to try this.
You want to do the guava? Because I was gonna go for the coconut because I know you like stouts.
I do like stouts, but I want Ziggy to try because me and Drew had a big talk with
Okay.
Oak Island Brewery that we
Okay.
did not like the
Yeah.
that drink when we first tried
You
it.
didn't
so
like
the
it.
the
Okay.
backstory for that is
Pass
we.
Just pass it
Hold on, I'm going to show off to the crowd
So
here,
label
guys.
out.
All right. It's all right.
My man was
so
waiting.
okay, so the Guava Good, we had it on the show back in the day. Back
Season
with
1.
Walter, and we tried it. It was a big bust, and so we told that to Oak Islands when they came
Really?
on the show that we didn't really particularly enjoy it. And what ended up happening was saying, "Hey, well, we need to have you guys try it again." So we went up to.
Oh, did they modify it?
No, so what it was, I think I just got like either like a
batch.
bad
Oh, yeah.
batch or
Okay,
it
it
was an older
happens. It
batch or
really
something.
happens.
So we ended up trying it at the brewery whenever we went out there on Saturday.
And
Completely
you
It was
liked it?
completely different, and it's really good. I can see why it's one of the real popular ones because it's really good.
It
So
is
You
really
bring
well.
up a really good point, and that's why I suggest very much so for people that are using the app, go to the breweries because it's
yeah.
nothing better than getting it right from the source.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Because they'll know for sure if something is going wrong. Because I don't know how many times we got it. You never know what's happening at a bar or wherever your
storage
taps are.
condition or
Storage
just-
conditions. You don't know if things have started
transport.
re-fermenting. You don't know if those lines have been taken care of. Like,
It's a good point. We went out to go visit Gavin from Three Nations, and
Three Nations
Another
is
one
with
of
us
our
as well.
is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah,
It
they
is.
are.
You see, like I said, all like a lot of the
Yeah.
spots in the show we've had on the show.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Partners.
to
No, that's
I
a
get
good
excited.
point.
Secretly,
Gavin's-
Pine Hub is sponsoring our show. Don't worry about it.
They're funding us. They're keeping us afloat, guys.
Pine Hub is taking care of us.
No, but so Gavin, we went out there to go try when they
Lady Luck.
Lady Luck when they were releasing Lady Luck.
Their horchata ale, right? I haven't
Yes.
had that. I haven't
Oh,
had it
man.
yet.
That
It
is-
looks so, yeah, it's
that is a-
horchata ale.
That is a
It
Ziggy
looks
favorite.
so good.
It's a Victor favorite too.
Yeah, it was all around
That is
good.
still my favorite beer that I've tried on the
Really,
show.
because I've had so many horchatas, not a horchata ale. Like
It
they
tasted-
do so many dark stuff, not ales.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and their stouts are really good too. They have that
Yeah.
hazelnut
Banana
stout.
Foster stout.
But- so
was
that's
amazing.
oh, that sounds
So
so
I got a little
good.
sidetracked. That's where I was going. So he he went into the back. He's like, "Hey, so that Bananas Foster we were working on. You guys want to try it?" We're like, "Fuck yeah!" So he goes back into the where the kegs are. He pours it in this little pitcher and he comes out and starts getting the little samples. That is a dope beer. Like if they could make that year round, oh my gosh, I would drink it.
Did
So-
y'all see with Jameson? I think it was Jameson that they're kind of
They did an
introducing
IPA.
hops
They did an
into
IPA
their
whiskey.
whiskeys.
Really?
You
Yeah.
could. I was doing a demo and I was at the liquor store with it and I tried it and it was Zig's like
See,
no.
I don't know if I would
no."
like it, but I think that shows where this is going. You know, that
Absolutely,
every
craft is
market wants to get into
influencing.
it.
Craft is
Oh, yeah.
influencing
It's,
so
dude,
much.
It's growing so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I saw that Malibu is doing a beer now. Did you guys see
Okay,
the billboard?
Malibu, is it the legit liquor company doing
legit-
it, or is it
yeah.
just a name?
Malibu Rum. They're doing
Malibu Rum is doing it.
doing a beer.
A coconut ale or something.
Are they-
It's gonna be
No
like
idea.
the what's that that Boston beer that's really really strong, like 20%.
Boston, you,
Oh, you talking about
you wouldn't be able to sell that in grocery
you talking about
stores.
Utopia? Sam
Yeah.
Yards Utopia?
20%.
It is something crazy. It's
I don't know
super
if it's-
expensive. It's like $100. It's super.
I don't know if
strong.
it's I don't know. It's pretty.
Are you talking about the Samuel Adams
Yeah, the
beer?
Utopias.
Oh, that special Utopia. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's
That only comes out like once every 3 or 4 years, doesn't it?
No, it's every year.
Every
Oh, is
year
it
it comes
every
out
year?
annually, but that's what I'm saying. Is they're making a beer like that, or they're making like a regular beer?
No, they're making a beer. It just looks like a typical
a regular
like
beer.
It's called Malabeer.
No, it's called Malibu beer. It's not called
Malabeer.
Malabeer.
Malabeer
Although that
sounds
would be way better, Malabeer. Sounds like something you'd be doing with your Barbie.
I'm available for pitch meetings. Marketing company.
called
I am
Malibu's Most
here.
Wanted.
Why isn't this guy on camera, man? Like,
He is on
Oh,
camera.
usually he's
There it
on
is.
point.
Ziggy's
Which
the-
is it's a good point to bring up because Ziggy is one of the best comedians out here in
Oh,
Dallas.
he's so
Yes, he
funny.
is.
He's so funny. funny.
You can actually catch him at the Backdoor Comedy Club.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
the Zig
okay,
Man.
sweet.
Yeah.
He's
So-
on a funny show.
Every Thursday and Saturday, except this weekend. I have Saturday off because it's Memorial Day weekend.
And he's gonna go
right.
party with the ladies.
He's gonna party at Pint
Man,
Hub.
y'all are really like
Party
trying
at
to
Pint Hub.
wingman for
Oh,
Zig. Zig, you all right there, man?
Who said wingman? He's taking care of himself.
He takes care of it. Yeah, that's what my Zig's. So
So on that side note, we're gonna drink a beer and we're gonna do.
I thought we would do the stout because you like stouts.
Let's do the
so I was
stout.
trying
We
to
like the
look out
stouts.
for you.
Next.
Yeah, let's do the
Okay.
stouts. Let's do the stouts.
So this is Lakewood coconut stout. This was the first time. I think
So
that
so
this
this
is
is
their
the-
third generation.
This is the Coconut Temptress, right?
It's the coconut temptress.
Because
exactly.
we had the Temptress, the regular Temptress on last week.
Yep.
Did you? Awesome. So this
We-
is their seasonal. This is the coconut. And they used to last year. They were really Lakewood was very with the times. The bombers in the industry. Unfortunately, bombers are just not where it's at anymore. So if you're not aware, bombers are large format beers. So they're going to be the above 750 milliliters, so the large bottles essentially. And Lakewood was one of the breweries, and if you want to grab another coconut Temptress, you're more than welcome to. I'm good. I've had the coconut Temptress. But they use, if I remember right, they use coconut nibs with it. So
You're the nib, baby.
That was 2017.
That's
So
right. What do we
lactose,
this year?
sugar, and vanilla
We
with
didn't pick
toasted
one.
coconut, and Rocky. Shout out to Rocky and Jay, who said I should bring this in today. Jay, I love you as well.
And they need to come on the show.
They're both sales reps for Lakewood. They're both amazing people.
Shout out to them. Come on the show.
They use toasted cocoa nibs, which gives it the subtleness to the coconut versus like a really overwhelming coconut taste to this. So I was really happy whenever they came out with this because I was scared that it was gonna just be like overwhelming sweetness, just like everyone goes a little overboard. But Lakewood was they were very aware of the fact that this comes out during the balls of summer. Well, not really necessarily the balls of summer, but whatever
hot
wants
as
to
I like the
balls.
be
great.
soft.
I like the description of the balls of summer.
Yes, I mean we get pretty hot pretty quickly, you
Yeah,
know.
we do. man.
So they don't go overly sweet with it. But it gives it almost a lightness to the Temptress, which I think is a really nice variety. Yeah, it is really really nice.
Well, you're describing it awesome. I'm gonna give it a shot
yeah, yeah, give it a
because
shot.
you're
Sorry, I don't mean to
you're making
talk
me really
too
want
much.
it.
I keep looking at it.
Ziggy, do me a favor. Can you read the description off their website, please?
I sure can, boss.
Oh wow, that is good.
Isn't it really good?
If you want to be whisked away to a tropical paradise, all you need is a bottle opener. We added toasted coconut to our most seductive brew for a friendly flavor usually found only on the most remote of islands. It still has the delectable chocolate notes you love, but now with a rich hint of coconut. Grass skirt optional.
I like it. I like it.
Nice. Yeah,
Thank you, Ziggy.
I get what you're saying though about like because when a lot of people drink stouts, porters, right? They typically think more of like an autumn to winter kind of like style.
Right.
So I do think the coconut kind of gives it a nice like kind of like more summeryness to it. You
Yeah,
know.
Zig's like, this is kind of nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's mellow. It mellows it out almost.
I think that's a good description because it's a lot. I don't want to say lighter because I feel it's not an accurate description, but
Brighter.
that's what it looks like. Yeah, like it's a lot.
It mellows.
Brighter
it.
notes.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. I like this.
I would definitely. What do you think,
yes.
Victor? Had you tried it?
I've tried it.
You don't seem impressed.
You like
No.
the sweeter stouts, right?
I'm gonna no. Sometimes
It's
I
like
like
the
the dry.
bourbon, right? You like the barrel aged.
I like the barrel aged kind of styles, but I do like
the
just.
whiskey stuff.
I don't know. I'm still mixed bag. A big ups to we had to saw the video with Jennifer the Beer Lady. She said it takes you 4 sips to figure out if you really like the beer or not. So I'm on my second sip.
Oh,
I
okay.
think she said 3.
She said
She
three.
said 3.
She said 3.
My bad.
Oh,
Correction.
okay.
3
She
sips.
did.
Correction.
Overachiever.
I'm overachieving. I just want to be a little happier.
Mm.
Can I be happier?
Can a man get a level up of happiness, please?
I'm taking Jennifer the Beer Lady and I'm raising her sip. But yeah, so we have brought up the Sin Mint, which is another variation
great
of
one,
the Temptress.
yes.
And I think for me, aside from the actual Temptress, which is great, I think the Cinnamon's probably one of the ones I really enjoy.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
And
because
they-
it tastes just like you're getting some Girl Scout cookies
Girl
in
Scout-
your stout.
Yeah, and
That's
they
probably
have
my
great
favorite
timing
one.
with that.
That's probably
Yeah.
my favorite one.
Yeah, and I think it comes out right around fall, and so it's really good timing.
But that being said, this one is for those who really like stouts. This one's a really good one because I think this would be a nice dessert beer.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I was saying before, they were really smart with the bomber
it.
situation. The fact that bombers aren't selling as well in the market anymore. So they, I believe it was year before last, they changed it from the bomber to the 4-pack. So you can get the Temptress. In fact, I believe the entire Temptress line is all in 4-packs now.
Is that what
Yeah.
Courtney brought up when she was here last? Did they stop doing a lot
They
of the
did. I
bombers
believe
as
that her
well?
bombers are only her DNR line
That's
and
what it was,
her
yeah.
barrel aged line now. So her the terrarial. Territorial. Thank you. Had a couple now. Territorial reserve. Yeah.
I would say this. I should say this is a great stout. It's very delicious, very smooth. For the Temptress line. The problem with me is I don't like coconut.
Oh, well, you should have said you're
That's why he was like,
biased.
"Stop it! I don't want the coconuts."
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
actually
that
allergic to
I
coconut.
forced
Yeah, I'm
you
about to die.
through it.
Hey, what a way to go, though.
Drinking a beer.
If
No, wait, no.
you're gonna go.
We're gonna end the show on a different way.
You always said Pine Hub will be the death of
On
me.
the house.
On the house. If this beer's on the house,
No
I'll
one
drink
ever
it.
said that ever.
But yeah, this is good, man. I really like this one a lot.
Me too.
It's been my favorite so far.
It's just, the name wasn't intentional. We do want to make a hub. Hub is a word that we want to associate with craft beer and our followers because we're a hub for everything. Because when you break us down as a company, we're a hub for the marketing for the venues, a hub for exploration for the customers, a hub for networking, a hub for all types of different things. Pint for obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
But the lettering and everything, the colors all kind of came by accident.
Oh, is it act? I'm not. Never.
Come
mind.
on, Chanel.
I-
Chanel!
Chanel.
Don't lie to me.
This girl.
Not paying attention. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
like blushing.
So-
One of the funny things is walking around with this shirt and getting that double look like, oh, and I was like, yeah, pint.
No, so when part of the first thing when we got in communications on Facebook about it, I like the shirt. I also,
You like
I'm
the
just
logo.
saying, I'm claiming when they first come out with hats, I'm claiming it.
Oh yeah, you get hat
Oh,
number
yeah.
2.
We have a
Number
rule
2.
here. It has to be a strict 2-hat rule because otherwise we fight over the hat.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that could be a whole show.
Yeah, we did.
wrestle.
It's pretty vicious. I've seen him do it.
Yeah, but I was gonna- it was gonna end the
taking
show
all
on that
bets. Taking all bets.
Make it a pay-per-view event. I'm just saying.
we can. No,
we'll,
but
we'll fight for free stuff.
when you talked about it on Facebook about the name Pine Hub, I looked at it and I was like, okay, I see where you're going with that. I was like, but in my head, not knowing the background of why you picked the name, I was like, why not Pint Haven? You know, so there's a haven for people who want to get drinks and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But the name Hubs fits better when you describe it the way you did and give the backstory to it.
It really does, and that's what we're trying to do at the end of it all. We really are trying to just connect everyone together. From every aspect, every angle, and I don't know. Some of my favorite memories have been over a couple beers.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Very
is the
true.
core of our show.
I mean,
The
weren't
core
we
of our
singing
show.
Disney carols, getting
Oh, yeah,
drunk
he
a
was.
couple months ago?
I can knock down
Yep.
some Lion King,
Yes.
some Aladdin.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
No, for real. Like this night, I just
Yep.
found that video the other
this-
day.
That was a good one. That might be a
yes.
Patreon
Patreon video.
It was
lost
amazing.
footage clip there
Uh-huh.
to go along with the bearded lady.
Be a Man by Mulan.
That's
That's my go-to.
make a man out of you one.
We
It's a
could
good one.
do that as a duet.
Yeah. That was fun. That was what? That was the what was it?
Where
Trivia
were we at?
trivia
It was
night at
trivia
World of
night.
Beer.
The World
Yeah.
of Beer,
World of
yes,
Beer
that's
in
where
Arlington.
it
It
was,
was
in Arlington. Yes.
me and my
that
wife
was
Amy and you guys,
amazing.
and that was
it was
fun.
so fun, and it was
Lot of fun.
all Disney, and it was a bunch of drunk people getting drunk to Disney songs. It was so awesome.
Can I say this real quick about trivia? Fuck trivia nights because you think you go in knowing stuff.
No, you
leave.
don't.
They ask you the most obscure
Yes, they
questions.
do.
You're
Like,
down
oh,
here with your phone.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Like they
Get a-
do stuff to like eliminate that.
Yeah.
What did they do?
They sit there. They'll
walk
watch you.
around.
Oh,
They got
they walk around,
spotters.
is
They
that
got
what
So
it was?
spotters.
the rule for a lot of trivia nights, the rule is
Go take a piss whenever you get a hard question.
yeah. No, it's if you leave the table, you can't answer the question.
Oh, really?
For a lot of trivias, it's like if you leave the table, that person can't answer the question or
Okay.
come back into the next question. Or if they see you can't have your phone on the table, period.
or you
Yeah,
can't use it or whatever.
If you have
Yeah.
a phone on your table, and it rule varies from bar to bar.
Yeah,
Some
that-
people say face down, but it's just basically you can't have the phone out. If you have your phone out, they will eliminate you for that question. Like you,
This feels like test day all over again.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah,
For phones,
yeah.
standing table, you
But-
can't leave.
but
So
I'm pretty confident. Like Lion King, Mulan.
So I need Disney trivia.
No, just those two movies.
I'm solid.
Those are heavy hitters.
2000 and below.
No. So Aristocrats, Lion King, and Mulan is my three favorite.
Aristocats.
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 Whatever.
Kitty cats.
Accents.
My wife.
The
is-
Aristocats.
Y'all remember the Rescuer Down Under?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm just
which
saying,
one?
I'm
There's
Is
like
that
two of them.
Disney though?
the first
Yep.
No, Down Under
It has
is
to be.
the sequel.
Oh, Down Under. Okay.
Oh, Down Under.
Yeah.
Down Under is the sequel.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
Rescuers is the first.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The Down Under
Jeez.
one's the better one though.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Why
Yeah.
are you showing it to me?
'Cause
We
I
all know
watch
it's
it.
called Aristocats.
I have it on I watch it at work all the time. That's why.
O'Malley the Alley Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a lady, you're a sister.
Yeah.
I want to analyze these issues on why you're watching Aristocrats. Cats.
He
Why
could
not?
be he could be
I
serious,
don't
but he
know.
can have
This guy, I
fun.
need to rewatch that movie.
It's a good movie.
He told me it's one of his favorites, and I don't know why. I mean, it's
a
not
little
bad.
racist in the middle.
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I was about to say. There's got to be some weird Disney shit in there.
No, there's a little racist and a little.
It's better than Gay Purry, if you've ever seen that off Disney animation from the
No, I haven't.
60s.
It's like that slave Disney movie.
Is that Ziggy's recommendation of the week?
No, that is not. But if you get on Patreon, there's a really, really good recommendation this week that you guys are going to miss out on unless you donate to the show.
Dun dun dun.
Just $1.
And
But
there's
I
a good way.
do want to say we are getting to the top of the hour. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Thanks
was
to
does go
Drew,
by
great
quick.
name,
Told you.
love the name.
Yeah.
It's a solid name. It's a
Daniel
solid
and
name.
Chanel.
Name.
Yeah, it's an A name for sure, A plus. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on. Pint Hub sounds amazing.
Thank you.
You know, we'll definitely be promoting you guys, and
Especially all month. We're going
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You're so funny, Zig.
Now, well, thank you guys for having us on. You know, we're always happy to try to, explore new options to get this word out and support anything we can. You know, so again, we appreciate the opportunity to be on here. I love what you guys are doing.
I
It's
love
definitely
making fun of
a
you.
good platform. And I'm glad we were a part of it, man. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. It's always good to drink and have fun and
It
talk
really
some
is. It really is.
talk some fun stuff.
I'm gonna
So
leave it on this, guys. Thank you guys. I love you guys a lot.
Love you.
We grab more drinks here in the future, and we're gonna hang out a lot more. So I want everybody who watches this, please support. If you're in the DFW area at this point, or Austin coming soon, support Pint Hub.
Thank you.
You know, become a member. Also use DBT code. Chanel, best friend of the show. Love you to
sir.
death. Thank you so much.
Love y'all.
You know, Ziggy every week at Backdoor Comic Club, except for this weekend. Drew off air. Love you too, man. Thanks for coming on.
only
And-
off air. I love you on air, bro.
No,
Ah, no, the other Drew.
I love Drew.
Ah,
The real
Pint Hub
Drew. The real Drew. But on that note, guys, I want everybody to have a great, safe weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. I know everybody's going to drink and party by the pool. Everybody, just be careful. Have your fun.
Uber,
you know,
Lyft.
Uber, Lyft, whatever you want to do. Definitely check out Pint Hub. Check us out on website, anywhere on social media. You can find us. SoundCloud, Ziggy, also Backdoor Comic Club. Love you guys. Have a safe weekend.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.